Hello and welcome back to Crown Realty Utah. We're going to be doing a little basic update for the Utah real estate market and what's been happening today, really. So let's dive right in. We are going to look at today's current active homes on the market. We're at 13,789. Currently, we're at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. About 1 o'clock. So today is the 26th of September, and this has gone up. I have never seen it. I've seen it bouncing around in the 13,400s, 13,500s. Yesterday, we kind of got up in 13,006, but I've never seen it close to the 13,800. So we have had an increase of homes that came on the market. So the 392, when I looked, what this number is, this 392 is homes that have just got put on the market yesterday and all the way up until noon today or 1 o'clock right now. And so usually I'm recording more around like 10 a.m. or so, but we did have a couple more hours that we've added to us. So it's a little higher, but just because it's adding in what's going on today as well. But let's look at the current mortgage rates. This is obviously, we're just looking at averages, everything that's depending on how your score, your credit score, and everything else that's going on with your realm. This would be different, and what kind of seller credits you'd be able to get to be able to buy down your rate. But we did see just a little drop, tiny little bit going on right there, but kind of staying steady the last few days at the 6.37, 6.38, staying steady there. So I wanted to show you another stat that I like to look at every once in a while. This is just looking at the median days on market. So currently in Utah, this is broken down every 50,000. So every 50,000, you've got how many listings are going on. You can see that the most of the listings that we have here in Utah is the 300,000 to 650, 700,000 or so. And you're seeing an average of 50 to 60 days on market for that range. When you get up into the $1 million range or so, you might have a little bit more of a time that where the homes are staying on the market more in the 90s. So if you looked at just the average day, I mean, it's such a hard thing to really see, compared to $5 million homes versus a $300,000 home. So I do like to kind of break this down by 50,000 increments and be able to know, okay, when we're coming down to the below the 250 and the 150, homes are staying on a little bit more. Those homes are probably not in the greatest shape, or they're condos or something that might be a little bit more of a struggle. A lot of the condos and stuff are usually in the 300 to 400 range. You've got townhomes more in the 400 to 500, and a lot more single families that are going to be more in this range that you have. So a lot more inventory that's going to be within that section there. One more thing that I kind of like to look at that I'm adding to today's analysis is this is looking at yesterday. So just looking at yesterday's stats and just yesterday in and of itself, how many homes from last year that we had. So last year we had 11,256, where this year we hit that 13.8. So yesterday we had 13.8. So we did hit that 8. I mean, I was looking at 13,789, where this one is all of everything yesterday that was active. And so, some of them go under contract or they are canceled. And so that's kind of where we have that 13.7. But it looks like we did break 13.08 for the whole day. So there is a big difference, 22% from last year currently to this year of how many homes that we have available on the market. This is in the backup status. So these are available homes that they are currently under contract, but they are looking for a second offer. So you do have a few more. That's good to be able to see that we do have a few more that are under contract, but they are kind of in the backup status. So you're probably getting a lower offer on this. Currently that offer that they have, that under contract that they're with, probably is a little bit lower than what they're actually asking for. This is how many we have under contract. Not too much different from last year. Very similar, just a little bit less, but not too much of a difference there. How many homes have withdrawn? And so we do see a little bit more of a number of an increase of homes that have withdrawn from the market from last year that we're looking at. And then this is active with no show. This is kind of a cancellation, but they're waiting. So what's happening is the sellers are probably, I mean, there's a variety of different reasons going on, but they're probably just, all right, we're going to wait. We're going to do active no show. So we still want to be able to sell our home. We're not going to really market it, and we don't want buyers to come and walk through, but just we're still under contract as far as with the selling agent. And eventually they'll probably relist it. Maybe there's some repairs they need to do with the home, or maybe they're going to have that active no show for the winter months and put it back on in the spring. That could be something, but we've got about 206 that kind of are in that status and sold. So, I mean, this is just one day, but 112 last year, 103, not too much of a difference there. And so that's still good to be able to see at least, hundreds, 100 homes sold last year. They're a little bit of a drop, but so that is kind of one thing. We're seeing more homes come available with fewer homes, not too much of a difference, but still fewer homes that are actually go closing on that day. So we'll look at that more as we go along as well. I did want to show you this. So this is one stat that I showed you last or yesterday. We were at 500 and about 14, or really about 515,000. So we're getting a few more homes. We're almost at the end of the month where it starts to get a little bit better of a sense of what the actual average price is for the state of Utah. So we have dropped just a little bit, 2000 just really since yesterday. So the homes that did close, were a little bit lower and did kind of drop that median home price. But you know, I'm still looking every once in a while the price per square foot. And granted, those are always the price per square foot is never something to really look at because it varies so much with the lot size or other things. It doesn't necessarily mean that every home is the same kind of with even within and the finishes that are going on. But this is kind of something I still like to look at and just kind of see what's going on. So that went up just a little bit where the actual value, the average median value kind of dropped. But anyway, hopefully this is helpful for you for just a little Snapchat, not a Snapchat, but a snapshot of what we've got going on here in Utah. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to reach down in the comments below. Reach out to me. I do have my number in the comments, so feel free to be able to reach out and send me a text or something, and we can be able to talk to you more about any kind of stats that you may want to know about, or if you just want to talk about the market in general, or even if you're looking to buy or sell, let me know. Be happy to help you out. Have a great day.